Here we have a collection of Natacha Atlas. She is an Anglo-Egyptian singer born in Belgium, but she identifies as Anglo-Egyptian. She is one of my favorite singers, and I I'm not sure how she prefers to say her name in American interviews. I've heard people call her Natacha, the way it's spelled, but in French interviews, I've heard Natasha. So I call her Natacha Atlas. I'm not sure if that's correct. But here we are. Here's my collection. I have a lot more than this in my iTunes library, but these are the physical CDs I've collected. Here's the box set of her early albums. It says 5 albums, and we have here in order Diaspora, Halim, Gedida, Ayeshtani, and Something Dangerous. And you can see those CDs up there. This one I had to have a better copy of Ayeshtani because this is the French edition, and I actually like this track list better because we have La Goutte Pan, which is one of my favorite songs. It's track 2, and it does not appear on the worldwide release of Ayeshtani. It's only on the French album. It's a really beautiful song. Otherwise, the track list is the same, but it's ordered a little bit differently. And then Manbai is very different. It's much longer, and it's more of a kind of like an Arab lounge song, slower tempo, very classic Egyptian. Whereas the one that appears on Ayeshtani in the US version is the Nitin Sani remix, and it's not as interesting, although I like that one too. And then we have Mishfadalek, the French version, very good song as well. So this is the superior version of Ayeshtani, in my opinion. The only track that I feel sad about that we're missing on this version is Soleil d'Egypte, number 5. That one's a really good song, and it's kind of sad it couldn't be included on the French version of Ayeshtani. And then the Manbai Nitin Sani remix would have been nice to have as well. So, I had to get that one. And then we have, over here, we have Mishmaul, that's next in line, this one right here. And it wasn't included in the box set. It would be nice to have like a upgraded box set if she ever released one with more of her albums in there. And then the next one chronologically is Anahina, which is the Natacha Atlas and the Mazika Ensemble. It's a lot of like oldies Egyptian songs, and some original tracks as well, done in kind of like that classic Arab style. So we have some songs that the Rabbani brothers and Feiruz sang on here. Very nice album, and like I said, I do have more. I have Munkalaba Rising, the remixes. I have what's that one called? The Lenwi is over here, so not that one. I have the Myriad Road jazz album, the Strange Days jazz album, and I have the Inner and the Outer EP, which is also kind of a jazz electronic fusion, and the live album Expressions. So I have all of those, but that's from Munkalaba onwards. I like those albums a little less because Natasha started going in a more jazz direction, and I just prefer her early Egyptian electronic fusion. I also have all the Transglobal Underground albums, but again, she only features on about 5 or 6 songs of each of them, so I didn't think they were essential to collect on CD. This one was essential though, this album right here, Habibi Classics and Collaborations, because it has a lot of exclusive tracks. This one has 4 exclusive tracks on there that don't appear anywhere else. We have the Habiba by Big Blue Ball, Yaleli, we have He Hesitated from the BBC Live session and La Inta Habibi Live, but Where the Gold is on disc 2. Aside from the first track, I Voyager, and the last one, everything is exclusive to this collection. It's just a really good disc full of rarities and collaborations. So highly recommend, if you're a fan, that you get this as well. La Nuit was the music that she and her partner Sami Bishai wrote for a ballet. And this is music from and inspired by La Nuit. And it's a soundtrack album to a theater production, so it's more electronic than some of her more recent work, even though it was released in 2013. So I did collect it, even though some of the other ones were more like jazz inspired. There's a bit of like avant-garde, minimalist, piano jazz on here, but most of it seems kind of electronic to me, so I like it. And I had to order it from Natacha herself. She signed it. Here it says to Marisha from Natacha. Very nice. And then we have this one. I consider this Transglobal Underground release to be essential. This is Destination Overground, the story of TGU featuring Natacha Atlas. I really love their music. Very, very bouncy and very catchy, especially if she's singing on it. The tracks where she sings on them are really elevated, in my opinion. And yeah, what makes this special is that every single one of these tracks features Natacha on vocals, and there are some exclusive songs that are that don't appear anywhere else, and some exclusive ones that are different from the ones that appeared on the album. So for example, Shimmer appeared on the first album, Dream of 100 Nations, but that one didn't feature Natacha's vocals, and this mix does. So that makes it special. Or the youth remix of Yala Chant, which is different than the Yala Chant that appears on her debut, Diaspora. Omri Kululik is a very good song. We have Dance Hall Operator with her vocals. Looky Here, Dreadzone remix. And we have Regali and Sky Giant, which was one of two that featured her vocals on Rejoice, Rejoice. So that's my Natacha Atlas collection. I have a ton more of her digitally, but this is my physical collection. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you like her music too. And if you've never heard of her before, please check it out. It's really good. If you like world music, especially Middle Eastern music, you will absolutely love her. She is a fantastic vocalist.